So the next we have to study is about the limitations of departmental stores. Okay, we have studied some of the advantages, but there are also some disadvantages. However, there are certain limitations of this type of retailing. These are described as follows. Lack of personal attention. Because of the large scale operations, it is very difficult to provide adequate personal attention to the customer in these stores. So, see, like you imagine that we are going to a shop in a Haria market and we know that shopkeeper and we know him. We purchase the product because of the relationship. And one time you go there, so by discussing with you, by talking with you, they will come to know that what are our taste, what are the likes and dislikes, all these things they know. Next time when you go, he will be able to supply the product, understanding our needs. Isn't it? So like imagine that if you are going, a customer is there, very low income person is there, so he is going, and one particular product is there. There may be like a low priced product are there, medium priced product are there, high priced products are there. So when a customer is coming, he is purchasing only low priced product. So when next time he comes, he has to offer only the low priced product. Otherwise, see, like first time when he is coming, the shopkeeper may be thinking that he is going to purchase a high value product, so they will display the high value product. Then the customer may say that it is not some more low price product. Then they will show medium one. Then that also he may not be satisfied. Then again lower one. Then it will spend more time. But next time when he is coming, the shopkeeper knows that he is going to purchase only low value product, so directly they can show the low value product. Or if a high-fi customer is coming, so he is interested to purchase only good branded product. So if the person is thinking that his low value products are shown, then he may not be satisfied. So after that he has to show. So according to that type of the customers, they will be able to understand, and that personal relationship is maintained. But when you go to a departmental store, there is no any, because like the people, those who are working there, they are all employees. They are not the owners of the shop. Here if a shopkeeper is there, that shop belongs to him. He is the sole trader there. He is the one who is the owner of the shop. He is the servant there. He is the biller, accountant, everything he is there. So there is no any, so for him, he is ready to do, or he is ready to serve us, and the dedication that we will be having is more. Because it is my own business. If this business, if I want to become, if the business is going successful, then a benefit is going to me. But in a departmental store, this one is not there. So if I am an employee there, and if the customer purchase or not purchase, it is not going to affect me. Okay, because there are plenty of people are there, plenty of employees are there. So if we are misbehaving or any kind of a wrong type of behavior is found, then they may send us out from the job. But there is no need of any showing full dedication or full attention will not be there. So it is not possible to create a personal attention or personal attachment will not be there. So like if this time you are going to a shopping mall, you found a person there. Next time you go there, that salesman may not be there. You will find another person there. Or he may be in another department. Even if he is there, so like if in one department itself, 4, 5 or maybe 20 employees will be there. So first time you go, you met one person. Second time you go, it is not necessary that you will meet that person. Or in billing section you will go there, and in billing also there are a few people sitting there, and sometimes that person will be there. Sometimes you may not be able to stand in that row. You will be in another line. Another person will be there. So there is no any personal contact or personal relationship will not be maintained in a departmental store. Okay. Second one, high operating cost. As these stores give more emphasis on providing services, their operating costs tend to be on the higher side. These costs in turn make the prices of the goods high. They are therefore not attractive to the lower income group of people. So another problem is that high operating cost means that see, like in this shopping mall or a departmental store, if you go, it will be fully centralized. AC will be there, and there will be like elevators and all are there. So you have to go, and all the type of facilities are provided there for cleaning floor. There are people are there, so many employees are there. So expenditure is very much high. Even though the people, those who are coming, that much amount of sale may not be there, then also they have this operating cost is there. It's like one building, this much big building is there, in that just for a light itself, so much amount of electricity is required, or AC is there, or other type of things. So many electronic equipments are there, displays are there, so much huge cost is there. Okay, and this cost, who is going to bear the cost? We are going to bear. So we have to tell, they will add this cost into the product. So the product value will be higher compared with the other small shop product, and also we so that only high value product or high quality products will be sold. So the operating cost will be higher, and these costs are added to the product. So we may have to pay more money, even though we get a lot amount of facility, but we have to pay for the additional facility that we are getting. Okay, so for that extra cost will be there. So lower income people will not be able to purchase. Okay, so high class people, or which people, those who are having sufficient amount of money, means above average people only will be able to go to the shopping mall, okay, and purchase. When I was in Madhya Pradesh, there was a shopping mall, and its name is called Treasure Island. Okay, Treasure Island. Okay, so the products are considered like treasure, like all big, very costly. All the products are there. So only people. It is also very expensive city mall, and inside that there are so many products are there. Only high value products are there. Okay, like if you are going to purchase a jeans starting from 5,000 onwards, okay, or 3,000, 5,000, like that prices are there. Shirt and all is starting from 2,500 and more. Only branded products are available, and all the products are of very high value. And the shop itself, if you go inside, you will feel that you are in some another world. You know? So such a very it is not island, it is a shop, but very treasure island. Okay, treasure means something very expensive, you know. So the products are also very much expensive. We used to go there simply just roaming around here and there, go enter one side and simply come out, isn't it? Don't purchase any product from there. Simply okay. So gold watch not there, no watch at all. Okay. Then okay, so that is there. And another one problem is that high possibility of loss. As a result of a high operating cost and a large scale operation, the chances of incurring loss in a department store are high. For example, if there is any change in the taste of customers or latest fashion, it is necessitates selling of such out of fashion articles in a clearance sale to reduce the huge inventory of the goods built up. So there is a high chance of loss is there. Like imagine that if you are purchasing, like if a small shop is there, so the product that they are purchasing is very limited amount. But imagine if a bigger departmental store is there, huge amount of product they have purchased, and like see like this lockdown came, so such a situation is there. 1 month the entire shop is closed. Then the product that they have purchased, very huge amount of product they have purchased and kept, whatever they have displayed itself is very much high, and in their godown also so much large amount of products are there, and people are not coming. Then the expenditure for running the shop will be very much higher. Even if customers are not coming, then also they have to pay the electricity bill, they have to pay the salary to the employees, they have to pay all other expenditure, operating cost, building rent will be there, all the other type of expenditures are there, so that they have to pay. So huge cost is there. So there is chance of profit is there, but chance of loss is also very much high. Okay. Then next is that inconvenient location. So if we are starting such a shopping mall in Haraya market, then what will happen? Huge loss will be there. Everybody will go sit nicely in AC room and come back. You know, then people will not purchase the product. As a departmental store, is generally situated in the central location, it is not convenient for the purchase of goods that are needed at a short notice. So see, and also if some vegetables you want to purchase, so normally we go to the small shop nearby and purchase the vegetable, some sugar if you want, some salt you want. So any emergency products are required. It is not possible that you take a car and go to the center of the city and purchase 1 kilogram of salt and come back. You know, so much difficulties. So in a small items required, then we may not be able to go to such a shop. So it is based, because it will be located in the center of the city. Like imagine that from here, if you want to go to a good shopping mall, you have to either go to Gorakhpur, City Mall is there, or you go to Lucknow, Sahara Mall is there. So there are many malls. So, but a good shop, if you want to find out, you have to either go to Gorakhpur or to Lucknow. So for purchasing 1 kilogram of rice, you will not go to Lucknow, you know. So, or some 5 kilogram of rice or some products if you want to purchase, it is not possible that you go to that place, because it is located only in the city areas, only in the middle. And even if people, those who are living even in Lucknow, they will not be always going to the, once in a week they will be going and together they may be purchasing. But whenever they are in the need of small items, they will not go to the shopping mall. First of all, going to a shopping mall and purchasing 2 kilogram of rice and coming out is a shameful thing. When you go, at least you have to purchase some good quantity of product you have to purchase, then only you should go. Simply go to shopping mall and entering into very big shopping mall and purchasing just 1 pen and come out means it does not look nice. Secondly, if you go to that shop, it is very much, it is not that much comfortable or easy to go, and so kind of simple items are there. We can purchase from a local area, nearby markets, small shops. We will be finding it more comfortable. Okay. So in spite of some of these limitations, the departmental stores have been popular in some of the Western countries of the world because of their benefit to a certain class of customers. So these departmental stores are especially very much famous in Western countries, like foreign countries, mostly America or well-developed countries are there. So their people average income or above average level of income people are very much high. Number of people, those, and they don't have almost all of these people are businessmen, and they don't have much time to spend, and the spending of money is not a problem for them. Any amount of money they are ready to spend, so they are ready to go to such kind of shops, and they don't want to spend much time in searching for the product, searching for here and there, and parking is there, so many issues will be there. So such kind of people will be there. So in India and like poorest countries and all, this type of shops are not very much famous, or they are not very successful in operating. No, it is not fully as a, like malls are there, but even just you consider like a mall or a department, not like departmental stores, but like some margin free markets are there, or such type of shops and all are there, but not up to a very full quality departmental store. So departmental store means that everything is available in there, isn't it? So such kind of a shop. No, it is not considered, you cannot consider. So it is not fully a departmental store, we cannot say. Means everything is available there. Such kind of. Means malls are there. To some extent we can say that they are kind of departmental stores. Almost all the, like some 60% of the quality of departmental stores are there. But comparing with the other real departmental stores, it is not full-fledged departmental store, we cannot go. Malls are there, so many. So nowadays it is coming, updating. People, they, according to the standard of living of people increases, then these type of shops, like earlier in our area we can say that earlier there was no any, like this type of shop also was, any general store also was not there, you know. But now few are coming, and in that street side, in that road, there was some new building was being constructed, and after that they said that any, but it's not started, na? Okay, so maybe because of some, it will be starting. Okay, so okay, so that is about the large type of departmental stores. So then second category, second category is chain stores or multiple shops. Chain stores or multiple shops are networks or retail shops that are owned and operated by manufacturers or intermediaries. Under this type of arrangement, a number of shops with a similar appearance are established in localities spread over different parts of the country. These different shops normally deal in standardized and branded customer product which have rapid sales turnover. These shops are run by the same organization and have identical merchandising strategies with ideological product and displays. Some of these important features of such shops may be described here under. So like V-Mart or Spencer's or this Big Bazaar, all these are of this type of categories. So like a V-Mart you can find in Basti or in Faisabad or in Khalilabad, Gorakhpur or in main city areas, all the cities there are V-Marts are there, or Big Bazaar also. Throughout. Or Reliance also they are having, like the Reliance one mart is there, Reliance Mart. Trends, that is another one. Trends one shop is there, that is of Reliance run by. So but then they are running only clothes or cosmetics. So Trends is there in Kerala also, in our side. Okay, whatever. Okay, enough. So there are so many that this Sahara Mall is there, or Q shops, so many kind of brands are there. So it means that there will be the same type of shops will be there in different. So it is a chain of shops. Okay, not one single shop. It is a chain of shop, and all will have somewhat a similar appearance, similar look. All the shops will have, like the Spencers are there. They have almost a similar way of appearance will be there. So Spencers also they are having all throughout India. There are so many shops are there. So and they always use like a kind of a orange design is there on their writing, as well as all their shops will have like a kind of an orange color design will be there. Okay. So it means that there are a large number of shops. Many shops will be there, almost interconnected. Like all the shops will look almost similar, and the features and offers and the products that they are dealing with all will be somewhat similar. Okay. So the features of these type of shops are there. These shops are located in fairly populated localities where a sufficient number of customers can be approached. The idea is to serve the customers at a point which is nearest to their residence or workplace, rather than attracting them to a central place. So they will have different in one city itself they will have many 2 or 3 shops may be there. Okay, so such a way it is there. So it will be there, not like a departmental store means that attracting the customers into a one particular location, and this means that the making the facility available in different areas in the near to our home or near to our workplace, like, or in the main cities, main places. They will be creating shops like that. Then the manufacturing, procurement and merchandise for all the retail units is centralized and at the head office, from where the goods are dispatched to each of these shops according to their requirements. This results in saving the cost of operating of these stores. So they will be purchasing the product in a very bulk quantity directly from the manufacturers, and from there one headquarters will be there. And from there they will be distributing this product to different shops. Okay, so even again the same benefit of this large scale production will be there. So they can purchase like 1,000 product together from one company, and 100 product in Basti they will give, 100 product in Gorakhpur they will give, 100 in Khalilabad, 100 in Haraya, or different products to different areas they will distribute, and they use their own transportation system, warehousing, all this will be there. In the headquarters they will have main warehouse will be there. So in one area if sale is less for the product, then they can shift that product to the area where there is more demand. So such a way they can adjust sale of the product, and such a way it will be adjusted. So there is means the distribution of the product will be controlled by a head, especially the head office. Each retail shop is under the direct supervision of a branch manager, who is held responsible for its day-to-day management. The branch manager sends daily report to the head office in respect of the sales, cash deposits and the requirement of stock. So there's like if in Basti there is a department shop is there, so there one head will be there. So branch manager will be there. Like the banks and all are having different branch managers like that. Each shop will have a branch manager, and that branch manager will take the like accounts of the different products, how much sale is taken place, how much products are required, all this list, and all. Each day they will prepare how much stock. So it is nowadays all things are computerized. Full things are there. You see like if just a barcode reading system is there. So when when you make a bill itself, they can understand that how many, like if Lux soap is there. So imagine that 100 stock is there in the 100 Lux soap, particular brand of particular type of Lux soap is there. 100 soaps are there in the shop. Then when you make one sale, they'll understand that one soap is sold and 99 is remaining. All this stock will be there. And when the product reaches to, they will keep a minimum balance, minimum stock, like 25 product. Okay, so when the product reaches the level of 25, like when 75 products are sold, they will show notification. It will be added to the list of the product to be added, ordered for the next. Like 25 products are remaining, so they will order, and in 1 or 2 days the product will come. So within that time, that 25 will be over. So such a way they have all these are controlled by computers, softwares are there. So. And once in a while they may be having verification of the product, whether the products are there or not. Sometimes according to the bill this much products are there, but sometimes somebody has stolen the product or some products might have been damaged, or these type of issues will be there. So towards the end of the month we have to checking that. So such kind of works are there. So then all the branches are controlled by the head office, which is concerned with formulating the policies and getting them implemented. So those policies and other type of ideas that are there, that will be common. So the headquarters will be deciding what are the policies that they have to see, like credit policy or any type of policies that they have to make. That will be controlled by the headquarters, or any offers are provided, sales promotional techniques are there, or advertising. Advertising they will do, just like they will not do the advertisement for all the company, all the product together. So such kind of things will be done by the headquarters. The prices of goods in such a shops are fixed, and all sales are made on a cash basis. The cash realized from the sales or merchandise is deposited daily into the local bank account on behalf of the head office, and a report is sent to the head office in this regard. So the prices of the product are normally fixed prices there. So any bargaining or such type of printed price will be there. So that like if MRP is there, but they have their own price will be there. Like if discount is to be provided, then that they will display, or their own. Like if you go to a particular shop, you will find that the MRP will be written and their sticker also will be there. Okay, so it will be like if 200 rupees is MRP and they will be taking only 180, so that print will be displayed there. So the discounted price will be mentioned on the product, or even if it is not mentioned, but when they scan the product, then they can understand that. So that will be recorded, and the money mostly they take only cash payments. Cash or swiping, all this will be there, but it will be directly coming. Earlier only cash system was there, now mostly swiping or Google Pay or digital transactions and all are permitted. But what if a digital transaction is made, then it will directly go to the bank, and if cash deposits is made, that money at the end of the day, how much money has been collected, that will be deposited to the local bank. So they will have a connection with the bank. Any one bank will be there, their current account will be there, and that account will be of the head office. So the particular branch account will be there, so the money will be directly sent to the head office, and a report is made by the branch manager. He will prepare a report, how much money is deposited and how much transactions have been taken place. All the report will be made, and that also will be sent to the headquarters. The head office normally appoints inspectors who are concerned with the day-to-day supervision of the shops in respect of quality of customer service provided, adherence to the policies of the head office, and so on. So the head office will be appointing some inspectors. So they will have different shops will be there. They will send some inspectors for checking the service that they are providing, whether they are doing any kind of cheating or not, or they are doing selling, or what sort of services they are providing to the customers, or how they are treating the customers. All these type of things they will be checking in between always. Once in a while they will come and conduct some kind of inspections and so on. The chain operation is almost the most effective in handling high volume merchandise whose sales are relatively constant throughout the year. In India, like Bata shoe stores are typical example of such shops. Similar type of retail outlets are coming up in other products. For example, the exclusive showrooms of DCM, Raymond's, and fast food chains of Nirulas and McDonald. So there are so many examples of showrooms like that. So all these are some of the examples of chain stores or multiple stores. DCM is any kind of shops like that. I don't know the full form of that.